Once upon a time, Johnson and his friends went on a winter trip to a remote, snow-covered mountain. The place was beautiful and silent, with white snow everywhere and tall pine trees standing like giants. They were laughing, taking photos, and hiking deep into the forest. Suddenly, the weather changed. Dark clouds filled the sky and a powerful snowstorm began. The wind was so strong that it was hard to walk. Johnson stopped for a moment to fix his backpack. When he looked up again, his friends were gone. He shouted their names, but the wind swallowed his voice. Johnson was completely alone. The temperature dropped fast. Snow covered his footprints, and his phone had no signal. The sun was going down, and he knew he had to find shelter or he wouldn't survive the night. He searched around and found a small rocky cave hidden behind trees. It wasn't perfect, but it blocked the wind. He used his jacket and emergency blanket to stay warm and tried to sleep, but the cold kept him awake. The next morning, Johnson realized he had very little food left. He had to survive using nature. He found a frozen stream and broke the ice to drink water. He searched for edible berries and roots he had learned about from survival videos. Later, he saw a rabbit and built a simple trap using sticks and stones. After hours of waiting, he finally caught it. He made a small fire using dry wood and grass. It took a long time, but the fire started. That night, Johnson ate his first survival meal. It was the hardest food he had ever earned. Days passed. Johnson built a small shelter using branches, snow, and rocks. He made the walls thick so the wind couldn't get inside. Every night he kept the fire burning to stay warm. He was learning to survive. He was learning to be strong. But the hardest part was not hunger or cold. The hardest part was loneliness. Johnson missed his family, his friends, and his home. Sometimes he talked to himself just to hear a voice. He marked each day on a rock. Day 1, Day 2, Day 3. He kept telling himself, "I will survive. I will not give up." At night, he heard wolves howling in the distance. The wind shook the trees. Snow covered his shelter, but Johnson stayed inside, holding on to hope. He looked at the stars and prayed for rescue. On the 10th day, Johnson heard a strange sound. A helicopter. At first, he thought he was dreaming, but the sound got louder. He ran outside, started a big fire, and waved his jacket. The helicopter saw the smoke. Rescue teams landed and ran toward him. One rescuer said, "You're safe now, Johnson." Johnson fell to his knees and cried. He had survived the impossible. After returning home, Johnson was a different person. He learned how powerful the human mind is. He learned that even in the coldest, darkest place, hope can keep you alive. And he told everyone his story, inspiring millions. No matter how lost you feel, never give up. Survival begins in the mind.